What's up, y'all? Your girl been busy. I done missed last week, and I done promised y'all I was gonna review every episode. So we're gonna do a review on episode 9 and episode 10. So let's get into it. Okay, y'all know Sheree found out she had fibroids. So she do not want to have surgery. So she's trying the holistic route. So she's at the doctor doing acupuncture. Her sister's there. I didn't know she had a sister. Y'all knew she had a sister. Anyway, her sister's there with her and her daughter's there with her. They just in there talking about her fibroids, and she in there squirming because they sticking them needles in her. And I don't even know how she do it because I would have been passed out. I can't even take my blood getting drawn, let alone you sticking needles in all parts of my body. The devil is a lie. But anywho, then it switched to Marlo talking about her date. So she said she had a good time, and she's saying how he sent her a good morning text and things like that. And she wasn't used to that. She hadn't been in a relationship in a while. Sonya's doing a brunch with her Mommy Nation business, charity brunch, for women, for homeless mothers. There wasn't really nothing much going on in this episode. It's pretty a good episode. They were pretty chill. So Kenya was working on her commercial for her Kenya Moore hair care business. And Mayetta was there because Mayetta did her choreography. So she was working on that. And her guy friend Roy came and surprised her with lunch. Well, surprised all of them with lunch. And she let her daughter Brooklyn meet him. She was excited about that. Sheree met up with the OGs. The OGs. Lisa Wu, Deshaun Snow, and of course the infamous Kim Zolciak Bierman. We're gonna talk about her a little later. So they all met up and was talking. One thing I don't like about that is Nene is an OG. And I understand her and Bravo not on good terms, but I just don't like the fact that she's not involved in being like the OG because she's like one of the ones that made everybody watch the show. I mean, good, bad, and different, no matter how you feel about her, hate her, love her. She is the one that carried that show. The Real Housewives of Atlanta would be nothing without Nene Leakes. And that's just point blank period, exclamation point. So I mean, I don't know. And Sheree, they all sit up there laughing and saying how they forgave each other for things that happened in the past. And they still a little shady. Cause Lisa Wu asked Kim about her debt and everything going on in the blogs. And she up there like,
Do you think I'm gonna foreclose on my multi-million dollar house for $200,000?
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
but it almost did in reality. Sheree invited all the girls to go on a trip to Portugal. Everybody accepted. She says their healing trip.
All of us girls could use a trip.
Oh.
I want to invite you to Portugal.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I've actually never been to Spain before.
They had the mommy me brunch. Sonya's goal was to raise $50,000, and it goes towards homeless mother's apartment. And I think they said $5,000 will house them for 6 months, which is good. I think that's really good. So she had Kenya be the auctioneer. So of course Kenya is a good auctioneer. She came in there late as usual, but she came, especially when her and Sonya not really good friends like that. Kenya say she don't trust her, which I don't blame her because Sonya just I don't even understand why she on the show. She just a flip flopper. She just make alliance with the wrong people. Like Kenya and Candy was the main ones on the show that welcomed her in, but now she just kind of gravitating towards Marlo and Sheree, which is crazy to me. So Kenya was like, "No, we're gonna raise $100,000." And so she was like, "It's $50,000 just at the table," pointing at the table with Candy and Drew with all the girls there. She said, "It's $50,000 just at that table. We're gonna raise 100,000." And Sonya was like, "Hold up now, I think $50,000 was a good starting point. We trying to run the people off." They end up raising $78,000, which was good. And so it's gonna go towards helping a lot of women. That's pretty much episode 9. Like I said, that was a good episode. Wasn't no drama the whole entire episode. Everybody pretty much got along. They were all kind of showcasing their business. I try to rate the episodes. I say out of 1 to 5 peaches, I get that episode probably like a 2 because it really wasn't a lot going on at all. Let's go on transition to episode 10. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comment below what y'all think on episode 9. Converse with your girl. Episode 10 started off with Ralph. Lord, Ralph, y'all. Ralph putting on a brunch for the ladies before they go to Portugal. So he was saying the men get along, which always in every show, the men get along. They don't never have no drama like the women do. He put on a brunch where they supposed to be cooking. Of course, they still had a chef there. But he said the men was going to cook for them. So he invited all the ladies and their partners there to the brunch. And it was a nice little brunch and cooked for the ladies and stuff. So they all pretty much got along up until, well, they still got along, but it was up until Roy called Kenya and Kenya had him on FaceTime. And here come Marlo. Oh, is that Roy? I know Roy. Me and him went out on a date before. And I'm looking like, here we go. I thought it was fit to go down, but it didn't. Kenya handled it very well. She was just like, he jumped in my DMs one time and we just went out on one date. And Kenya was just like, good. So he know what he didn't want or something to that effect. So she got up and walked off to the other room so she can talk to him. Sheree, her little shady self, she asked Drew about paying a chef because she said she seen in the blogs. They always bring up stuff they seen in the blogs where somebody's suing her, a chef suing her, but not paying them. So she was like being shady. Are you gonna pay this chef? And Drew was just like, really? You know, because she just like, where is all this coming from? Because, she thought they made up. And then now here comes Sheree throwing shade. And she was just like, this is a lawsuit. This serious. You don't talk about that. And everybody, kind of like to themselves, Sheree of all people, try to say something about people not paying them, about not be getting paid when she is known, notorious for not paying people, contractors, lawyers. I mean, it's just countless things that Sheree just don't pay for. Stylists. I mean, the list goes on and on. And let me say allegedly.
Allegedly. Let's say allegedly.
That's what Sheree done for. And I just couldn't even believe she even brought that up. She tried it. She tried it. The girls um went on the trip. They all made it to Portugal. They first night they had a dinner. And so Sheree was like, you want everybody to put their issues on the table. So Drew brought up the brunch when she brought up her lawsuit. And she was just like, I heard you was, talking about me even after the fact. And I guess Courtney told her because Courtney's supposed to be Drew's husband's cousin. So of course, if she talked about that to Courtney, she was gonna come back and tell him. So she did. So Sheree was like, well, you talked about she talked about the reunion last year where she was saying that all the clothes was took back. She ain't getting no clothes. And Drew was just like, we was past that. So I guess you don't move past stuff. And I was like, I was with Drew on that. Like, we didn't talk about that. We didn't squash that. I thought you was over it and you still bringing it up. And Candy was just like, Candy gonna chime in and say something. She already be over there making faces and she ain't gonna stop eating. And that's why I say that's my kindred spirit there, Candy. I'm gonna eat my food. Candy was like, well, it's true. We didn't get anything. And Kenya said the same thing. And she was just like, well, if y'all didn't get anything, it wasn't because of me. And Marlo was like, I did. I got hats and shirts and all this. So how Marlo the only one got some stuff? Marlo, did you take some stuff off the rack and just keep it? Because why nobody else got anything? Corner minds want to know. So they was going back and forth, her and Drew. It ended by Drew getting up, walking out, crying. I don't know why she was crying. That just made me mad. I like, why you crying? It make you look weak. And don't be crying about nothing that she by she in. Cause I ain't no she by Sheree. Don't be crying about nothing about she by she in say. Cause that it took her 14 years plus plenty lawsuits. Like allegedly her house is not in her name, it's in her mama name. And I ain't gonna say allegedly because she even admitted to that and made some excuse. She owe probably everybody around Atlanta, and let me say allegedly.
Allegedly.
So you're not in a position to be trying to talk about somebody owing somebody. And Drew was just like, I thought we moved past that. You know, her feelings was really hurt by her bringing up her lawsuit like that. She was just like, this something serious. And she's like, I pay my bills, you know. So she got up, walked out crying, and they was like, Sheree, you know, you the host, you upset her, you hurt her feelings, you need to go make it right. So she was just like, oh Lord. But I hate Drew dropped a tear about that. Because she should have ate her butt alive. Like, girl, what? I would have drug her for filth. Like, don't even come for me like that. When you took you 14 years to have a online boutique that not even authentic clothes, some of the clothes you done got from Shein. Yeah. So that's how it ended. And then they played the mid-season trailer, y'all. It's going down for the rest of the season. I guess that's when we're gonna get into Drew and Ralph and them filing for divorce.
If you don't appreciate me, then I'm gonna get us divorced.
And what led to it is gonna talk about Todd's movie, Candy, of course, helping. And Drew is the star of that movie. Well, she's the leading lady in that movie. It's just a lot gonna be going on.
You decide to reveal another baby?
This is some shady shit.
There's a man here that assaulted me.
I can't get over she's dating a woman the way she is. I ain't never kissed a girl.
She was cheating with a well-known basketball player.
Ooh, that's some hot tea.
So y'all stay tuned to Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's probably gonna be getting good. And I'll rate this episode, I guess, a 3 out of 5 peaches. I don't know what y'all think.